Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning. It's January 7th. And let's just jump into our readings. Again, it's being weekday morning. Let's see if we can't get you out of here with a short day. So we'll go right into it. Daily Reflections for Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Stephen writes for January 7th, we simply assume that the way we see things is the way they really are, or the way they should be. And our attitudes and behaviors grow out of those assumptions. Okay, so this one kind of goes back, and you'll see this in this book quite a bit. I think he repeats items for a reason, and I think he does it on purpose. But this goes back to something like the lens on January 2nd. And for me, this had a two-part learning for me. One was, I did do exactly what he says here. I assumed the way I saw things was not only the way everybody else saw it, but it was the way it was. And I made all my assumptions about how I went through my day and how I talked to people, thinking everybody saw things the same way I did. And I just assumed it. I didn't, it was totally unthought of in my mind. I never even considered the fact that somebody could look at something exactly like I did and see something totally different from it. And I said on January 2nd, but I'll say again today, the harder lesson for me was the secondary breakthrough of, well, now that I know you see things differently than me, that I didn't judge you, man, so you, the idiot, you see things differently than I do. Well, I see them the right way. So as soon as you correct your vision, you let me know and we can talk. And that's just a horrible way to go through the day. So I would just say that keep things in mind like we did on the second. One is literally everybody sees things differently than I do or you do. And just make that assumption going into your day. And then the second learning is it's okay. The way they see it is just as valid as the way you see it. And in fact, you probably can learn something from the way somebody else views today or this event or this problem or this happiness or this issue or this action item. Try to learn something from the way somebody else sees it and just don't assume you're right. All right, we'll jump into our second reading, Napoleon Hill's Positive Action Plan. Keep in mind, January is Traits of Character Month. And what they put in here for January 7th is this. Pick out some person whom you admire and imitate him or her as closely as you can. This may be hero worship, but it improves character. The difference between starry-eyed hero worship and thoughtfully emulating role models lies in the ability to make the distinction between good character traits and ones that may not be so good. Your heroes won't be perfect. None of us is. Recognize that we are all human. Forgive your heroes if they display failings, and continue to emulate the things about them you like and respect. Comparing your own character to that of others who have achieved great success in their fields broadens your horizons and elevates your goals. When you see what others have done and the character they have developed in the process, you will be able to better recognize how to improve your own performance. All right, so again, I found this had two-part learning for me. I continue to do it. I continue to learn from it. I don't think we ever get away from picking someone or trying to emulate them. So for me, the two-part learning was this. One, who are you modeling yourself after? There has to be somebody you admire. And if there isn't, that's a huge mistake all by itself. So if there's somebody you admire, then pick out who it is, name that person, and name the trait or two that you wish to learn to emulate. Do that. And the second learning is, don't expect them to be perfect. No one is. And so pick the parts you want to emulate and the parts you don't want to emulate. Don't throw out the entire hero worship. Don't throw out the entire model. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater is essentially it. Just because somebody does something you don't like in one aspect of their lives does not mean they can't be your model in other aspects of your life. All right, guys, that's it. That's both our readings for the day. Congratulations. This is 7 days in a row we've done this. So if you've done the 7 days, it's starting to change how you look at how you start your day. So I just wish to congratulate you on that, and we'll see you tomorrow.